Okay. I've got a short amount of time. Today before work, I was expecting to go... Hey, I was expecting to go to work a little bit early. But that wasn't required, so... Got my high vis on. We've got lights on. We're at an unusual time on a Sunday afternoon. It's currently pissing down with rain and a little bit of thunder. It's going to be an interesting night at work. We'll see how we go, but I thought, look, let's jump on. Put a live stream on because I was playing anyway. And I thought, you know, it's a good opportunity to get a stream in. So at least we can get a couple of streams in this sub-cycle. Hey, let's go. I'm loving right now. Let's jump in. I'm loving right now this dragonfly. It's such a... It's been working really, really well. I don't have a helmet on, by the way. So we'll see how it handles on this rocky surface. So far I've been sort of cruising over everything that's relatively even. Just gonna make sure that we don't sort of land into anything big like this huge rock that's ahead of us. But otherwise the dragonfly's been really, really nice. Really haven't had any issues with it. It's certainly much, much better than a ground vehicle. Land a couple of kilometers out and cruise in. Maybe these rocky areas we've got to be a little bit more careful of, but otherwise, it's been working quite nicely. Yeah, this looks like a good spot. All these little rocks flying around everywhere. I don't have a helmet on. And so I thought, whilst we've got a little bit of time before work, we'll run a couple of very quick bunkers. Collect a little bit more data for the CFP. And with this Drake Dragonfly, it's made it so much easier. To just get into these locations and then get out. Did lose my P8 at some stage, which is a bit disappointing. Sometimes the audio for these freaking Copion doesn't stop, so you're never really 100% sure if there's more of them around or not. I'm just looting a few guns here and there, slowly filling up the container that I have collected. What's going on, Ninja? Huh? You're here, but you're not here. Okay. Oh boy. Ooh. Getting hairy. No! Don't do that! Woo! See if we can grab a couple of quick guns while we're here, and then we'll head out and complete this contract. So, since I've started using the Drake Dragonfly, it's made everything much, much easier. Because getting into these facilities before with a ground vehicle was so difficult. But the Drake Dragonfly's just made everything so much easier. Now, do we head back in and see if we can get a couple more guns before we head on out? Now, I'm not specifically here trying to loot anything. We are, after all, after data. And not specifically weapons. Alright, let's go. Let's get out of here. So like I said, I've got about an hour to kill before I need to head to work. And I was running some bunkers anyway, so I thought, look, let's just put a stream on. We'll add one to the number for this sub-cycle. And then hopefully we can come back with something a little longer a little later on. Ellipsia, how will you imagine streaming for an hour before work? Just a short one. I'm very well, thank you, Calypsy. I hope you are well also. It's going to be a terrible night at work. It's raining, thunderstorms. But that's alright, I shall get myself a covered tug. It's not going to be super busy. Sundays are never super busy. It's just a nice, easy shift. I can't believe my last 2 missions have been in the daylight. What's going on? That doesn't ever happen for me. No, normally everything I do is in darkness. Doing pretty good? You're on your new PC, you finished building it the other day. Oh, that's awesome. Uh-oh! I'm gonna try and stick to the valleys than the mountains on anything that hovers. But I've been having pretty good luck with the Drake Dragonfly. I did try using the pulse for a little while, but the pulse is just so quick and unwieldy. But the Drake Dragonfly, much, much better. It's you've got a pulse, Calypsia? The only reason why I'm preferring the Drake Dragonfly at the moment is because it's stable. It doesn't fall over like the pulse does. The pulse is constantly falling all over the place, and but the Drake Dragonfly, you know, it sits there. It's a quad bike, right? It's not difficult to manage. All right, let's stash some more guns in the box. And then back to Everest Harbour. I'm sure you could probably stack these missions, take several of them at the same time and then hand them all in. But I thought I'd play it cautiously. Even though I don't have a huge amount of time, I'd rather not do a whole bunch of missions and then not be able to hand them in. We'll just do one at a time. We'll head back up to Everest Harbour, pop this on the platform, and then we'll duck out and do another one. Where those shots were coming from. I landed 3.8 kilometers away. The ship is so incredibly slow. Alright. What if something smells like it's burning? You take your medical Ursa with you, Calypsia, when you go on these? Since your ship doesn't have an onboard med bay. I've kitted the ship out. I've kitted the shit out. I have kitted the shit out. We've got some extra med gel canisters on board. Got some weapons, ammo, food. And I'm really enjoying this tack. Outside of it being super slow, let's get into nav mode. Outside of it being super slow, I'm really, you know, I like it. It's a nice ship. What was that? It's good fun. I just wish it was a little bit faster because it is incredibly slow. You know, we've got a pitch attitude of about, let's lift that to 25 degrees. It doesn't like being steep. Like, it's having trouble right now getting above 20 degrees. But that's alright. Slow, casual, perfectly fine for a quick sort of 1 hour stream. We've got about an hour and a half left. Start at 7. It's 4:45. Leave about 6:30 on a Sunday. 20 minutes to get to the airport. And then we float around work for a little while. See, our pitch has dropped to 18 degrees. The ship doesn't like being steep at all. So if anyone's, what's the word? Not tailed all these missions together, but stacked missions, and then gone back and just delivered, 4 or 5 data pads at a time. Let me know if that works out okay, because whilst I probably won't do that today, that'd be nice to know so that the next time we do come back and run some of these missions, maybe when I do the headhunters side of this event, I can stack them all. My water bottle's empty. I think this is only the 6th one. I think you need to do 15 for phase 1. 15 for each faction if you want to do both of them. I don't even know what the rewards are. I think it's some clothing. But you don't mind. I like clothing. Oh, speaking of clothing, I had been messing about with Argo's account on the weekend. And picked him up a Argo raft, which I think might have been a bad idea. I was looking back through the Life Uncharted rules, and so much has changed in the game that I wasn't really feeling the Life Uncharted rules. Obviously there's loads of new locations, so there's lots of things I need to update. Some of my scripts, weren't working properly. Do I still have the data pad, or did I put it in? Nope, I've still got it. Beautiful. So I'm not sure how I want to run a Life Uncharted for Argo. I did buy him the raft. I kitted it out with all of his stuff. Flew out into space. Went to go make a cup of coffee. Got, talking with my wife. And then when I came back and sat down, just as I was sitting down, I timed out. And I was like, fuck, no. And then I quickly logged back in. And sometimes when that's happened in the past, I've got, a marker for my ship. In which case I could have taken the good old Archie bunker and flown out to where I'd left the raft in space and recovered it. But there was no marker for the ship. So after having it kitted it out with his clothes and his armor and everything, the Hurston black armor, the Hurston laser weapons, all the Hurston branded stuff. I lost it all. Of course I did.
Hi there. I just saw you completed that last contract. I'm right in the middle of putting together a gift basket for a new outpost group, but I'm sending your payment.
Okay, thank you so much. What does Amelia Boyd have to say?
I hope you remember their name. I really do. I hope it haunts you until some scumbag puts a bullet in your brain.
I've already forgotten their name, Amelia. It's nothing personal. I've just got a short memory, that's all. Alright, another one. Mr. Dogs 13, how are you? Yes, Crouch, you can stack them. We only stacked 3 or so of them. 71k missions at Microtech seems the best, easiest points. Are those the ones around the data centers? Or not the data center, the distribution points? Those ones you have to land quite far away, right? Because the distribution center has its own turrets, but then it's got the ring of turrets that go all the way around it, and they're like 15 kilometers or something from the facility. So you've got to land outside of that radius, right? And then make your way in. Yeah, these ones, the Dupre Industrial Mining Facility on Hurston. So these ones you got to land quite some way away from them. Broken Patch on Hurston, hey? Frontier Fighters Hideout on Magda. Okay, we haven't done a Magda mission yet. Let's do a Magda mission.
Hey, it's Lima from CFP. Just wanted to thank you for picking up that contract. We can really use your help.
I think she's hiding in here somewhere. Let's clear some navigation, which we don't have anyway. So we can route around it. The headhunter missions were glitching and not completing today, hey dogs. Well, I've done 2 of the CFP ones so far. Only 1 missile turret at the distribution centers. I did one last weekend, I think, and it was crazy. There were so many turrets. Maybe not missile turrets, but just like regular turrets. Well, this one's in the dark.
I'm receiving an alert from the Stream Snack Support Fund, sir.
Legendary Team Nomad has contributed $5 to the Stream Snack Support Fund. Thanks for the Tim Tams. Crouch is probably thinking, time to do some sketchy shit. Do, da, do, da. Hope to get away with it. Do, da, D.
D. Legendary Team Nomad. How are you, Mr. Dutchman Ace? I hope you are well. You're always so generous with your contributions, mate, to the Stream Snack Support Fund. A nighttime mission. Maybe, instead of trying to make our way over the mountain, we're going to be close. We're going to be close. We're going to take some fire. Is that it over there? Lost the marker. Looks like it. Alright, let's sit down here. We have landing gear down. We don't. Let's get some gear down. The first here, Dutchman. The first to tip. You're always the first to tip, Dutchman. You're doing good. Oh, that's good to hear, man. I hope the family is well. I'm good. Just trying to kill an hour or so before work. And I was going to run a couple of missions anyway, so I thought, look, I'll put a quick stream on because I haven't had a chance to stream this weekend. I've really been incredibly tired the last 2 weeks or so. I don't know what it is. I haven't been feeling well. Last night I was up quite a lot. And so I haven't had a chance to stream, so I thought, look, I better, pop a stream on while I'm playing anyway. For the very short time that I'll be here. Just so we can add it to the number of streams this month. How am I enjoying the TAC? Outside of it being incredibly slow, I'm really enjoying this ship. It's got everything on it that I need. It's got a little hangar down here, a little vehicle bay for cargo and stuff. I've got my vehicle in here. It's got a small hangar, which I really haven't used much at the moment. It's got the med bay. It's got, drop seats. It's got good storage. It's got a reasonable weapon rack. It's got a lovely crew quarters. Just outside of it being incredibly slow, it's quite a nice ship and I'm enjoying it quite a lot. Why do I not have a marker for this facility? I'm pretty sure it's straight ahead of us. Yeah, Nungi? Huh? Okay. And I'm really enjoying the Drake Dragonfly. Oh! Having said that and almost exploding, just got to be a little bit careful. We're very high right now. Let's just let it settle a little bit. Where is this facility? Got to remember we're on Magdus, so there's not a huge amount of atmosphere for this thing to maintain some level of control, so we need to be a little bit careful. Alright, back of the facility, not where we want to be. It has made it much, much easier to do these missions. Uh-oh. Phew. Oh. Where is that dude? There he is. Oh boy, those doggies really change the dynamic, don't they? I'm really confused as to why I don't have a marker. Either I'm in completely the wrong place, because normally you'd get investigation points, but I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, so Dutchman, I really enjoy the TAC. It's a nice ship. I like it. Good multi-crew capability. It's just really slow. Just really slow. I'm just trying to grab a backpack full of weapons while I'm doing these missions. Just so I can add a little bit to my revenue.
It's like the party's starting. Come on, don't want to be late.
You screwed with the wrong people. Do the smart thing and kill yourself now. If I find you, you'll regret it.
I'm a little bit confused at the moment because there's no
You're so
investigation markers.
Let's see what you got. You got it.
And I don't have any ammo on my belt, so reloading is taking its time.
Nah, enough of this shit.
And I've got no idea where to start looking for this body. Copian aren't so bad once you teach them to play dead.
I'll bet you wish you could go back and play this thing. This ain't gonna end well for you.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, shit. Yeah, maybe it's not.
I need some more cover.
Uh-oh.
I need some more cover. Can't stay here.
Let's check the mission. I'm still not getting any markers. More doggies. And yeah, I am tracking it. And I'm not 100% sure where the bodies and stuff spawn, so... I mean, it is entirely possible that I am in the wrong place. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Uh-oh. Let me get rid of this food. It is very possible that I'm in the wrong facility. Or this mission, which is probably more likely, is just bugged. Because the ones that I've been doing... that I've been doing so far have been the... sort of assassination type missions. Where you need to kill some CFP dude. In this instance, we're trying to recover or locate that missing person. Is that it? Send the location. Can't pick up that data pad. They have nothing on them. And what I do like about these missions is that the NPCs keep respawning. So you can't just dilly-dally. You've kind of got to get in, do the mission, and then get out. Before, you know, you get screwed over. Great, I guess, if you were in a crew and you wanted to just loot. You could really end up with huge amounts of gear. Okay, so the mission hasn't updated. I've located a body. Took a data pad. But the mission hasn't updated. Where are we supposed to be going? Frontier Fighters hideout on Magda. Yeah, it doesn't say that I've actually collected the data pads, so... I guess we'll see. But I'm pretty sure this mission hasn't worked. Ooh. Let's go, bike. Uh-oh. Typical SC right there, but we still love it. Yeah, that's true. I'm very well used to the jank and I don't mind it. You know, it's just a nice way to kill a couple of hours and naff about for a bit. And if shit works, then, you know, it's good fun. And if it doesn't work, well, you know, maybe it will tomorrow. All right. And I got a backpack full of guns, so I will check the mission. Maybe I am completely in the wrong place. All right. He says, go to Frontier Fighters hideout on Magda and look for Ballantine. Well, I don't know if we found Ballantine or not. We found somebody. These ones, I haven't had any issue with these ones working. You'll have to excuse me while I munch on some food before work. My apologies. Yeah, these ones here, you need to take somebody out. These ones have worked fine. Let's track this one and go do it.
Hi, it's Lima with Citizens for Prosperity. Just wanted to thank you for coming on board. Good luck out there.
Yeah, like the TAC feels like a proper spaceship. It's got rooms, areas, you know, plenty of facilities. I think it's a good liveaboard ship. Just slow. Donovan, how are you, my friend? Hi, just stopped by for a few minutes. I see the mission hasn't updated. Could you have to actually put the data pad into your hand and look at it for the game to register you have it? Possibly, but it didn't register that I found the body. So, I don't think it's going to work. So we'll just bail. We'll go to the next contract. We'll do that one, and then we'll see what happens when we go to hand them in. Right, so back to Hurston, hey? I did try to send the location of the body. Normally when you do that, I don't think you even need to do that. You just need to be near the body for it to update the fact that you've found it. And normally there's investigation points that, you know, they suggest you check out. There's like 5 investigation points to go to, and eventually you'll find the body. So maybe that one's not working. Another nighttime mission, hey? It's a bummer. Johnny, how are you, my friend? Yo! Hope you are well. Your daylight savings has just kicked in, hey, enjoying the extra hour of tonight. Very good. Enjoy that extra hour. It's always nice to get that extra hour, but at the end of daylight savings, we always lose that hour. This is a nice, quick, easy one. All we need to do is kill this dude and then take his data pad. And then we'll head back to Everest Harbour. Nap about with that other data pad. How's Star Citizen? You know, it's Star Citizen. There's nothing fantastically amazing about it right now. Everything still feels mildly disconnected. Most things for me are working. Although the previous mission that we just did didn't seem to want to work. Star Citizen, you know. Star Citizen at night time's always a bit difficult. Oh. Crashy into groundy, hey? No lights on? That would have helped a little bit. All right. I'm really, really surprised that we still don't have like landing lights and stuff that light up the area underneath the ship. I really need to reinstall Reshade. You're going to get it, but your bank app coincidentally went into maintenance mode. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe. Maybe. Like I said the other night, it's a fun game if you can put up with its nonsense. You know, I've mentioned many times that there's not really a game, so to speak, at the moment. There's just things to do, but none of it feels very gamey. If that makes any sense. There's no numbers to chase, there's nothing to upgrade or level up or... I mean, obviously we're still very much in development, so... There doesn't feel like a reason. I'm never excited to go, oh, I want to do this tonight in Star Citizen because I'm going to get, you know, this much closer to whatever I'm trying to achieve. Star Citizen doesn't really have any of that. At least not for me. Oh god, that could have been replay. Alright, let's go. So we're going to neutralize Juro Arwood, hey? So much better with a hover bike. Where's bike going? Just behind here, please. Uh-oh. Oof. What? Oh, they can't come inside. That's interesting. Tier 3 chest injury from those doggies. Oh, well, that's good to know that they can't actually come inside. That makes escapes easy. What's the time? Half past 5. Okay. Same deal, we'll try and collect a couple of guns while we're here. There's normally always quite a lot just sitting around. No picky that one up. Fuck! Bummer! Brutal. Alright, we should be able to imprint on the tack, which means that we do need to go in on foot. I love how the NPCs are way more active, way more responsive. That frickin' sound the Copion make, it just really unbalances me. So it costs 100 grand to respawn on attack. Uses 100 med gel. Med gel canister costs 95,000 credits. Let's check what this one's at. 95. So this can't revive me again. This one can. So let's switch to this one. Let's, what have we got on us? Let's quickly head upstairs. We'll rearm. I do have extra med gel in the cupboards there in the med bay to replenish that, that med bed. Got some ammo in this cupboard. Okay, so some more of that. Let's grab ourselves this button. That should be all right. So this time we've got to go in on foot. A little bit of a run. 3.2 kilometers is going to take a little bit of time. Who knows what we'll find along the way. It's certainly no hover trip. 3.2 kilometers. 3 kilometers. There'll be plenty of copions between us and that location. Oh god, I hate them so much. Let's get a tray here. It can help me move out a little. Move forward. Hope everyone has had a wonderful weekend. Hasn't been the greatest weekend weather-wise here in Melbourne, and I haven't really done a great deal. As I said at the beginning of the stream, I've been incredibly tired for the last 2 weeks. I've been doing a lot of overtime, but normally that doesn't bother me. I can still be quite productive. But I've just been knackered, absolutely knackered. Don't really know why. I was thinking I should get a second dragonfly. I do have 2 dragonflies. One I flew to this bunker. Just so that if I do have to, you know, revive on the ship, I can get back to the location relatively quickly. I will obviously only be able to bring one of the bikes back with me. So, you know, one of them's always going to have a one-way trip. Just so I don't have to spend 10 minutes on foot heading back into the location. I was just about to say, why is there so much light? And then I just remembered the ship's lights are on behind me. So it's lighting up a little bit of the path ahead. It's going to be so nice when we get some night vision goggles or the capacity to, you know, enhance light levels. Okay, this is not a good place to be. At night time. Until then, I think I need to reinstall Reshade. Move forward. Tracking the wrong mission too. Stop. Oh, I don't have the other mission? Where's my history gone? Why don't I have the other mission? Did I fail the other mission? That's unusual. I've never seen that happen. Normally, if you die in one of these facilities, the mission doesn't get cancelled. Now, in any case, I would like to get my dragonfly back. I'm not too fussed about the body. I didn't really lose anything. Obviously, I had some guns and stuff in the backpack, but that's irrelevant. Move forward. Oh, well, if we can at least recover the dragonfly, just so it makes the next facility a little bit easier, then I'll be happy with that. It is a long trek. It is a long trek. That mission is confusing me. I was going to say maybe it'll pop back up when I get closer, but I don't even have it in my accepted missions log. Oh, I think it was Doug saying earlier on that, you know, the Hammerhead missions were, the Headhunter missions were glitching and not completing. Well, this has been 2 of the CFP missions that have glitched out. The one that's active on the top right of the screen to locate the missing person. And then this one. They don't have a very good track record, CIG, of releasing these events and them actually working, you know, as intended, or perhaps, you know, as tested in the PTU. You know, as an ex-software developer, you know, I'm very well aware that things generally work in a testing environment, but then when you release it to thousands of people, you know, things always seem to go wrong. Alright, I'm gonna eat my gyros while we run the rest of this distance. Oh boy. It is quite a long distance. It's deceptive when you do it on the Dragonfly and it just takes 10 seconds or 15 seconds to get there. But when you got to run in on foot, 3 kilometers is quite a long way. I'm not a huge fan of the little pulse, the little, you know, hover bike. But they do take up a lot less space in the hold. So, you know, I could keep my Dragonfly, which is a quad bike. It's a bit more stable. That's my primary method for assaulting these facilities. Infiltrating these facilities, and then keep some pulses on board as my sacrificial return to the location vehicle, and then exfil on the Dragonfly. That might not be a bad idea. I don't think the pulse in game costs a lot of credits either. So I could put 4 or 5 on board the ship and keep my Dragonfly there. That way I've got 4 or 5 opportunities to get back into a facility to recover any loot that I had or my Dragonfly, and then have to restock the pulses. Would be cool to have a hover bike with like a rear mounted tractor beam, so that you could you know, return on the second vehicle and then tractor beam or snare the second vehicle and then bring it back with you, so you can, you know, keep both vehicles. As it is, you'll always lose one if you return back to the facility. Looks like the sun is coming up. So I don't know if I'm going to be bothered trying to go back into the facility to recover what I had in my backpack. There doesn't seem to be too much point if I don't have the mission. I'll just retrieve the Dragonfly and then get out of here. It's 5:45. May have enough time for another mission if it decides to work, or I could just do a regular bunker with the loot. But this event so far has been kind of painful. I don't know what the stats are on... and why do I not have a marker for my bike? That's interesting. Bike will be over there somewhere. There's the marker for the ship. No marker for the bike. Stop. Is that it? Looks like it. So much quicker. Oh, so what did that take us? 10 minutes on foot? $10 to get back. Uh-oh. Are we stuck in the ship? Oh no! Oh no! Is the elevator accessible? Looks like it. Alright, let's go to the lower deck. To beam this back into the ship. Who's up the ship? Alright, we got no guns or anything. That's alright. If the tack was just a little bit faster, it would be the best ship. As a solo ship or as a multi-crew ship, if it was just a little bit faster. Get into nav mode. I mean, we're going, what, 130 meters a second. Slower now. I wasn't originally sure how I felt about those winglets, but they've grown on me. I really do like it a lot. The Starlancer Max, though, on the other hand, whilst it's a good cargo ship, it just doesn't make sense to me. There's so much wasted space in it. Those luxury crew quarters with the double beds and everyone has their own ensuite, and it just doesn't feel like the best utilization of space to me for a medium hauler. But the tack, on the other hand, every space seems to be usable. Certainly from a multi-crew perspective. I think it just needs slightly better shielding and be a little bit faster. For what's supposed to be a ground support and dropship sort of vessel, I think it's just a little bit under armored and quite a bit slow for what it's supposed to be. You know, a ground support vehicle. Righto. It's 10 to 6. It's about all the time we've got. We'll cruise out into space and find somewhere to log off and take a nap. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their Sunday. Whether it's your late Saturday night or early Sunday morning or your Sunday evening as it is for me. Let's get some shields up. Might just move away slightly from this OM. To nav mode, just so that we're not sitting at a quantum location. When we spawn back in. Take care of yourself, man. Well, Shawnee, I hope you do too, mate. That should be far enough, I reckon. Go back into SCM mode. What does SCM stand for? Obviously, nav mode stands for navigation. SCM. Sensible combat mode. Secure combat mode. Slow combat mode. And my watch is reminding me it's time to get ready for work. Thank you, watch. Righto. Put our guns away. Standard control mode. Well, I can't put it. The sniper rifle goes in a large slot? Really? That's all our weapons away. I thought there were 4 lockers in here, but there's 8. Obviously there's 8 beds and there's 8 lockers. They're not huge lockers. But when you're just soloing things, it's a lot of space. Alright, we'll derobe. It just makes it easier to access the logout button. Let's have a little lie down. And from a thematic perspective, it's nice to go to bed when you're not wearing, you know, a huge amount of armor. Lovely, quick, short stream. Thank you, everyone, to join me today, both on Twitch and on YouTube. I shall catch everybody when I'm able to next time. As I said, have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Team Legendary Team Nomad, thank you for the $5, mate, towards the Stream Snack Support Fund. Gonna find some more interesting stuff from some of the local international grocery stores, just like we used to in the beginning. I will see everybody next time. Take care. Bye.